See it, it's pretty dope. But today's topic is about how to play football in Europe because I've been getting this question a lot from people since I've been back. And it's a good question. I totally understand because I was in the same position a year ago when I graduated from college or was graduating from college and I just finished my senior year of football. But it can get pretty confusing trying to play football in Europe because there's not much information on it that I came to realize. And so I wanted to make this video so I could refer to all the boys that are asking me questions. I appreciate you asking me a lot. Thank you. I'm just trying to help any way that I can. And so, yeah, that's going to be the topic today. There's kind of three main things that you got to do if you want to play football in Europe. And there's a whole bunch of different leagues in Europe that range from super non-competitive that are just playing for the love of the game, or there's dudes that are at the highest league that you can in Europe that are fighting for spots in the NFL on practice squads, and so have it. So you kind of gotta find your niche within that. But there's three things that you gotta do in order to kind of start making your way into Europe. And the first one is create a highlight tape, obviously, so you can kind of show coaches and tell everyone how good you are. Second thing is europlayers.com. You got to register and make a profile because that is kind of like a social media, but it's just a website. It's like a way for you to get connected with coaches and everything like that, and they can kind of see your highlight tape. So that's two. And then the third one is network, because as I've gotten over there and I've realized how it all goes down, it's really about who you know, instead of kind of letting your game show itself, because who you know is going to get you into those doors, and they're going to kind of they're going to introduce you to other coaches and other players that will kind of get you introduced, like I said. And so, yeah, so let's start with the first one. The first one is create a highlight tape. Yeah, your best college plays. It's pretty flippin' simple. Everyone knows Huddle. Everyone knows how to make a highlight tape. So get your highlight tape in order, get it down, make it to where you got your most explosive plays, and you want to make it yourself as attractive as possible. And so if you don't really have a whole lot of playing time in games, because I understand everyone's situation is different, create practice plays, create any highlight of you making a play and being a baller on a field. And so once you get that down, you'll be able to send that out and kind of quickly message coaches or players and be like, yo, this is my highlight tape, can you push it out for me, and everything like that. Second is create a Europlayers. Go to europlayers.com, fill in your information. Thankfully I had Matt teach me. He was a receiver, he played in Sweden before I did, and I asked him and he told me all the things. So once you create your profile, it's going to ask you a bunch of stuff like preferences and everything like that. Click yes for everything. You want a car, you want your food paid for, you want transportation paid for, you want a phone bill paid for, you want everything you can paid for. Just so coaches can see that, because you never know what teams can offer who or offer what. And so, yeah, once you get that settled down, then that's when you can kind of start messaging coaches on the website and everything like that. You can kind of see who's online, who's looking for what, and everything like that. And then third, and the biggest thing, is network, because that's what's, like I said, that's what's going to get you open and into some doors and open opportunities for you, because you need to reach out to every person you know or don't know, and just kind of start by asking a question. Like, there's a couple dudes in the ELF that I know of and I kind of followed. That is the European football. Hold on, let's just restart. The European League of Football is kind of like the highest league, and that's all of Europe, and that's kind of where I'm trying to get into. I played in the German Football League, for anyone who doesn't know. I played for the Berlin Rebels. It was a great time. Highly recommend them. Just a good group of people for sure, and I'm really thankful that I got into that opportunity. But how I got into that opportunity was by my quarterback who went over there with me, he actually got me connected with them because his high school head coach was my college head coach at the time. And so he came to a couple games and visited and saw what I could do and everything like that. And so he had already played in arena and the spring league and all of that. So he was well connected, and he was getting recruited by the head coach for the Berlin Rebels. Shout out to Doug. And so he was talking to him and everything like that. And he's like, hey, like, I like you and everything like that. We're trying to recruit you, but we're also looking for a wide receiver. Do you know of anybody? And so like, that's kind of me to a T. My specialty is to go up and get the ball. If anyone wants to try me, they can, but most of the time I'm coming down with it. No, I'm playing. But yeah, and so yeah, he kind of shot me a message over Instagram and was like, hey, have you ever thought about playing over in Europe? And which was pretty ironic because at the time it was kind of exactly what I was looking for. And I had kind of written it out my goals because I knew with our team's record and everything like that, the NFL was kind of a long shot. Obviously, that's every person's dream, but I'm kind of more realistic when it comes to my dreams, and not like that, but like I have a strong feeling of what I know I can and can't achieve, and so I kind of just reach a little bit above what I can't, what I know I can't achieve, just because it helps keep me going, keeps me stacking. But that's just me personally. And then, so yeah, I was like, yeah, perfect. I would actually love to play in Europe. And so we kind of started texting and everything. And he was giving me more information about it. And then he got me connected with the head coach. We hopped on a call. I liked his vibe, he liked my vibe, and he kind of gave me the rundown of it. And then, yeah, that's kind of, it slowly transitioned into me getting a contract offer and then flying out right after I graduated. So shout out to Connor, shout out to Doug. But yeah, so you want to network, you want to connect with as many people as possible. I appreciate everybody reaching out and asking me these questions because I'm going to try to help out as many people as possible. I've hopped on a few phone calls, and I'm going to hop on a few phone calls after people finish up their seasons. So just trying to help people out. And really kind of in this networking phase, you want to present yourself as best as possible. Don't be a dick. Don't be some jerk who just assumes that he's going to get an offer just because he played Division I or wherever you're at. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying I've seen it before and I've heard about it before, because in this phase and when coaches are recruiting, they're looking at your character and who you are as a man instead of how you are as a football player, because everyone in Europe knows that Americans can ball, because just the way we're brought up and the mindset that we have and kind of the second nature the sport of football is to us is not what it's like over in Europe. It's a completely different story. And so they know that you're going to come out and ball, but they're looking to, because it's a big responsibility for them to fly someone out, pay for their housing, pay for their transportation, all of this stuff, just for you to kind of be a jerk and kind of be a cancer to the team is not what they're looking for. And so when you come and reach out to someone like me who can get you connected, who can talk to other coaches for you and kind of reach out, or anyone in Europe, you want to present your best self, let them know that you're not going to be a waste of someone's time, and know that you're worth the investment, because it is an investment. And so take it seriously, ask the right questions, and kind of, yeah, just be nice. And if people ignore you, people are going to ignore you. It is what it is. I've reached out to quite a few coaches and I've been ignored, so it is what it is. But you just know that if you really want something, you put your energy out, put it all out, and hope for the best. And if you keep working towards it, eventually it will come in one form or the other. And also, don't settle for a league or a position or an opportunity that kind of is going to bring you down or kind of not be the best for you. Because I've heard a lot about it and I've seen it where people get into a situation and it kind of ends up going south for them, and they end up wasting a lot of money and a lot of time and kind of just burn a lot of bridges. So don't be like that. Be smart, be careful with where you're being recruited and you're allowing your energy to go within all of this, because it can get hairy, especially when you don't know, and especially your first time. So like I said, lean on people who have been there, follow people who you know, reach out to people who follow people you know, and kind of just ask the right questions and trying to get connected. And keep asking me questions, because I'm gonna try to help out as much as possible. But like I said, I'm also trying to focus on my grind as well, and so I may not respond right away. But yeah, that's kind of really all I got for you. Yeah, like I said, keep asking me questions. I appreciate the views. I appreciate your support, and anything like that. If I messed up, I messed up. That's what it is. It's off the dome. It's just a freestyle. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys in a little bit. See you soon for the next video. Peace.